So Microsoft admits that Xbox One game installs take too long. I concur, and I can attest for that. Phil Spencer on Twitter, in response to another user, said, "I agree. We need to get better at chunking our games so the partial install allows games to start sooner." The person who he was responding to said he wished that Xbox One game installs didn't take 30 minutes to complete. Now, for me, I haven't gotten the worst experience with the installs, but they haven't been exactly great either. I believe they've done a test and on average, regardless of size, even bigger sized PlayStation 4 games take a lesser time to load and install than on the Xbox One. Like I said, I haven't experienced the worst myself. I think Dead Rising 3 for me, the first install took about I would say it was about 25 minutes. It definitely went over 20. I don't think it hit 30 though. So it was between 20 and 30 minutes. Rise, however, Rise definitely took longer on the initial install, and then the in-game loading screens sometimes were ridiculous. And people who watch my live stream can attest to that because they saw how long these loading screens were on Rise. They were just completely ridiculous. I mean, there was sometimes where I was waiting at that loading screen, it definitely had touched a minute. But I've heard worse horror stories than mine, like from Solid Rev. I believe he said he bought the Xbox One day one, and it took hours. Like I think he said at least an hour for him to finally for Forza to finally install. And not only Rise, another one that's a popular culprit that I've heard about is Battlefield 4 takes definitely a while to load on the Xbox One. Like I said, this is just what I've heard, haven't experienced it myself because I don't have Forza, don't have Battlefield 4 on Xbox One. The only games I have are Dead Rising 3 and Forza definitely did take a while to load. Dead Rising 3, not so bad. Even though it was like I said, between 20 and 30 minutes, but Rise definitely took longer. So Phil Spencer is aware of this, and probably Microsoft will make some adjustments to better their loading times in the future. So we should be expecting that. So let me know what y'all think about this. If you have an Xbox One, let me know how your installing experiences have been, and what have been the times and everything for the loading, the installs, and how long have you been waiting for that. So yeah, I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.